Welcome to MAFS Madness on So Many Receipts. I'm Flo Michelle.
And I'm Shelley Seddon. We're journalists, reality show addicts, and obsessed with Married at First Sight.
Bringing you all the tea from MAFS 2026. Let's get stuck in.
The Scott McCristal marriage scandal just took another dramatic turn. Exclusive tea here. Scott's former wife has now told us she took out a 5-year restraining order on Scott and called him a fraud.
Because now it makes sense why he didn't want to mention previously being married on MAFS, right? It was ugly, right?
Yes, but first, after we broke the scandal that Scott from MAFS was still married, the media ran with it and didn't credit us. What a shock.
Oh, such a shock. Why am I surprised? Anyway, family court documents were apparently cited and show that Scott and American personal trainer Marissa McElroy were granted a divorce in Australia on May the 5th, 2022. But we've now spoken to Marissa, who said that she was only able to get confirmation a few days ago that she was in fact divorced. It's a bit confusing, right? It's two different
Yeah.
countries.
Yes, because there are no records of the divorce being noted in the States, even though they got married there. That's why she believed that they were still married in the States.
Yeah, I think that she thought because they got married in the States, the court here was going to talk to the American court because it would have been on the document that's where they got married, but it apparently doesn't work that way. Anyway, in the most recent article, Scott says he was in this short-lived marriage for only about 6 months. They got married in 2019, but then he says Marissa used him apparently to get a visa. What?
Well, I know she laughed when we told her that, and she told us, I absolutely never used him for anything. It was actually a very traumatic part of my life, ultimately leading to a 5-year restraining order against him, which only recently ended. I've now been able to get through to Australian family law to confirm a divorce. Thank goodness, as I want no relation to this fraud.
Oh, so messy. So now Revelation Week on MAFS is over. It clearly was not being used as a storyline because it was never mentioned.
I just want to know, why can't producers Google people more? This
Mm,
drives me crazy. I thought they were meant to be doing better background checks this year. I don't know, maybe they just love the interest that
I
this whole thing creates.
yeah, I think they kind of have to weigh it up and think, you know what, even if it's negative interest, it's still interest. Otherwise, why are they letting all this stuff through? I mean, I just wonder if Gia knows about this restraining order and business, what she makes of all this.
Yeah, well, additionally, we found another skeleton in Scott's closet. This story was also just uploaded by media a whole week after we initially broke it on our TikTok page.
Come
Keep
on,
up with us.
guys.
Yeah, keep up.
Why don't you
So,
just look at our page every day,
exactly.
media?
So in March 2024, Scott was charged with 28 violations related to his car business and fined $25,000. So all of this is on public record from the Southport Magistrate Court in Queensland.
Yeah, honestly, it's such a long list. I needed a nap after I read it. This includes failing to obtain statements from sellers, failing to give statements to buyers, providing false representation regarding mileage, and tampering with odometers, winding them back. Sources now claim that Scott didn't know about this before he acquired the cars and he just merely sold them. But wouldn't he be expected to do due diligence anyway? I mean, I don't know how it works, but I would think he would, right?
Yeah, yes, exactly. And I wanted to find out more about this guy who is billed as a businessman who loves life in the fast lane and is building an empire. So apparently his career did begin in vehicle sales, and he's now got, these jet ski and asset finance businesses as well. But it says on the finance website, the car dealership is trusted and known for quality, although now the dealership is reportedly closed.
I also thought it was kind of amusing in that first commitment ceremony that before he sat down, he said, honesty is the key. Did you hear
Yeah,
him
right.
say that?
Yeah, you'd
Um,
think.
Speaking of multiple occupations, Scott did have an X-rated OnlyFans page as well several years ago.
I'm not sure that's a wise move for someone who claims to be an entrepreneur
No.
and businessman. It's like, who do you want to do business with a guy who's doing X-rated stuff on OnlyFans? But Scott said he was building an empire, and now his OnlyFans isn't active. His car business is now reportedly closed. His finance business seems to have maybe one employee, and he has a jet ski business. Maybe he should go into business with Steven, because doesn't Steven fix boats?
Oh, that's right.